Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the English Unleashed podcast, your space to learn English naturally and confidently, one conversation at a time. I'm Victoria.
And I'm Mike. If you're someone who often learns English alone, maybe in your room, on your walk, or with headphones while your family thinks you're ignoring them, this episode is especially for you.
Because today we're answering a huge question. How can I practice English alone and actually improve? And don't worry, this won't be boring. No grammar storms, no school-style lectures.
Just real tips that work in real life. And trust me, some of you shadow English while cooking dinner. I've seen videos of people talking to themselves in the bathroom mirror. Respect. That's dedication.
Yes, and the good news is that practicing alone is not weird. It's powerful. Many advanced speakers improved 80% of their fluency through self-learning. So let's break it down step by step.
Tip 1. The self-talk loop. One of the easiest and most effective methods is self-talk. You simply describe what you're doing, planning, or feeling in English.
Exactly. Like, I'm making breakfast. I feel sleepy today. I need to finish my homework. When you do this every day, your brain stops translating. Sentences become automatic.
A real example. Maria from Brazil told us she talked to herself every morning for 10 minutes. After 3 months, she said, "I don't think before speaking anymore."
5 minutes is all you need. Talk to yourself today. It builds fluency faster than you think.
Tip 2. Shadow like you mean it. Shadowing means repeating audio exactly as you hear it. But here's the trick. Don't copy only the words, copy the feeling, the rhythm, the tone.
Yes, if the speaker sounds excited, you sound excited. If they're serious, you mirror that. This trains your pronunciation and confidence at the same time.
My cousin Arjun shadowed American news anchors every night for a month. At first, he sounded like a confused robot. But 2 weeks later, people said, "Dude, you sound natural."
Try shadowing this podcast episode after you finish it. Do it for 10 minutes. You'll feel the difference.
Tip 3. The micro-journal method. If speaking feels hard, start with writing. Write 3 to 5 short sentences about your day.
It can be simple. Today was a long day. I met a friend. I watched a funny video.
Small sentences build grammar and vocabulary. And you don't need a notebook. Just open your phone's notes app and write a mini journal every night.
Tip 4. Use English as a tool, not a subject.
Mike, this one changes everything. Stop studying English only as a subject. Use it in your real life.
Search recipes in English. Watch fitness videos in English. Change your phone language to English. Learn new skills in English.
One listener learned English by watching Photoshop tutorials. 2 birds, 1 stone, skills plus fluency.
When English becomes part of your daily world, you improve automatically.
Tip 5. Record yourself daily.
Victoria, recording your voice is scary at first, but magical for improvement. Record a 1-minute audio talking about anything, your day, your thoughts, your plans.
When you listen to yourself, you notice your pronunciation, speed, hesitation, and progress.
Do this daily for 1 week, and you will already sound more confident.
Stellar vocab boost.
Victoria, before we move on, here are some useful words from today's episode. Shadowing, practicing by repeating speech exactly. Momentum, the energy you build when you keep going. Automatic, something that happens without thinking. Routine, your daily habits or schedule.
Mike, use these in your writing or self-talk later. They'll stick better.
Tune in.
Now that you know how to practice alone, the next step is staying consistent. because even the best methods only work when you use them regularly.
And don't worry, we've got more powerful techniques coming up in part 2, including the one strategy that advanced speakers swear by.
So whenever you're ready, jump into part 2.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're still with us, you're officially part of the English Unleashed family. And trust me, we're not letting you give up on your English dreams.
Oh yeah, you're stuck with us now, forever. We're like those apps you delete, and they magically reappear.
Exactly. So, in part 1, we talked about something really important: your mindset, your confidence, and why practicing English alone is not a weakness, it's actually your superpower.
And in part 2, we're going deeper. Deeper than that student who asks the teacher, "Ma'am, will this be on the test?"
Today, we're breaking down how to build a daily English routine, even if you're busy, tired, lazy, introverted, overwhelmed, or all of the above. Don't worry, we've all been there. Here's the truth. Most learners do this. They wait for the perfect time to study. A calm morning, a clean desk, beautiful weather, perfect mood, energy level 100.
Which happens never, because life says, surprise, here's stress, here's work, here's notifications. Good luck.
That's why daily mini practice works better. Even 5 minutes every day does more for your brain than 2 hours once a week, because your brain loves repetition. Short, simple, consistent inputs.
Yep, think of it like watering a plant. 1 bucket of water once a week, the plant dies. A little water every day, the plant becomes a monster tree.
This is the method that changed thousands of learners' lives. We call it the daily English loop. You do the cycle 1, 2, or 3 times a day. Ready? Blue. Step 1, listen. 1 to 3 minutes. Pick something short. A podcast clip, a reel, a short story, a YouTube mini lesson, or one section of this episode.
Short is key. Don't choose a 45-minute documentary about penguins, unless you really love penguins. Blue. Step 2. Shadow. 30 to 60 seconds. Repeat after the speaker. Copy the sound, rhythm, melody.
Don't worry if you sound funny. You're not trying to be perfect. You're training your mouth like a muscle. Blue. Step 3. Write 1 to 2 sentences. Something tiny. I learned a new phrase. This sentence sounds cool. I understood more than yesterday.
Just 2 sentences equals massive progress over time. Blue. Step 4. Speak. 30 seconds. Describe what you heard.
This is where the magic happens. When you speak about what you listen to, your brain makes strong connections. That's it. Small, easy, powerful.
This method turns 5 minutes into real progress.
Okay, let's talk about the thing everyone hides. Practicing alone feels weird. Talking to yourself feels weird. Shadowing feels weird. Recording your voice feels very weird.
But guess what? Every confident speaker you admire has done this. Even I practice in front of a mirror. My mom thought I was arguing with myself.
So, here are 3 tricks to make solo speaking feel normal. Orange. Trick 1. Act like you're explaining something to a friend. Imagine a real person. Pretend they're listening. Talk like you're helping them understand.
Orange. Trick 2. Talk while doing daily things. While cooking, while walking, while cleaning, while choosing clothes. This removes pressure. You're just speaking naturally.
Orange. Trick 3. Use mini monologues. Pick one topic and speak for 30 seconds. My day so far. One thing I learned. My plan for tomorrow. Something funny that happened.
You don't need perfect grammar. You need momentum.
Here's something most English teachers don't tell you. You don't become confident first and then practice speaking. You practice first and confidence grows later.
Exactly. Confidence is not something you magically wake up with. It's something you build, like muscles. Small reps, daily practice.
We call it micro courage, the tiny brave actions you take every day. Shadowing for 30 seconds, speaking alone, watching a video without subtitles, recording your voice, reading out loud. These moments feel small, but they build a version of you that doesn't panic when speaking. All right, learners, before we wrap this part, here are today's useful vocabulary words you can start using right now. Blue, momentum, meaning continuous progress that gets easier as you go. Example, once I start speaking for 1 minute, I get momentum.
Blue, micro courage, meaning small brave actions that build confidence. Example, shadowing for 30 seconds is micro courage.
Blue, monologue, meaning speaking alone for a short time. Example, I practiced a 30-second monologue about my day.
Blue, repetition, meaning doing something again and again to improve. Example, repetition is why shadowing works.
Blue, automatic, meaning something you can do without thinking too much. Example, daily practice makes English feel automatic.
And as always, don't just memorize. Use these words today. Say them, write them, repeat them. Your English grows every time you do.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're still listening, that already says something amazing about you. You care about your progress. And trust me, that one quality, it separates learners who stay stuck from learners who grow. Today, we're heading into something powerful. Real-life examples of English learners who practiced alone and transformed their language skills step by step. Because sometimes hearing someone else's story makes you realize, hey, if they can do it, I can too.
Exactly. And these examples aren't from textbooks. They're real humans with real struggles. People who felt shy, overwhelmed, unmotivated, but still found a way to keep going. So let's jump into our first example. And honestly, this one warms my heart every time.
So, our first story is about a girl named Ria. When she started learning, she could barely say a full sentence in English, not because she didn't know the words, but because she was terrified of sounding wrong. Her family didn't speak English. She had no teacher, no partner, just her phone and a pair of old earphones. But here's what she did. Every night, she stood in front of her mirror and talked to herself for 5 minutes. Like, "Hi, my name is Ria. Today I cooked pasta. I am tired but happy." Simple, tiny, soft.
But she did it every day. 5 minutes, no excuses. And after a month, she noticed something strange. Her brain stopped translating. English started flowing automatically. And after 6 months, she wasn't just speaking, she was thinking in English.
That's the magic of practicing alone. No teacher, no pressure. Just small, consistent steps.
Okay, this next example is one of my favorites. A guy named Luis worked as a delivery driver, all day riding his bike, no time for classes. But he wanted to improve his English, not for exams, not for fancy jobs, but because he dreamed of traveling. So what did he do? He downloaded podcasts. Hours and hours of English podcasts. Not lessons, not grammar rules, just podcasts. Every time he was delivering food or waiting for his next order, boom, podcast time.
And here's the crazy part. He didn't practice speaking at all. Not in the beginning, just listening. But after 3 months, he noticed something unbelievable. He could understand American speakers without subtitles, without replaying, without translating. His listening became automatic, And when he finally tried speaking, his sentences came out smooth, natural, confident. That's what happens when English becomes part of your environment.
This one is beautiful. A woman named Sarah had 2 kids. No time, no quiet space, no long study hours. But she still wanted to learn English, so she did something brilliant. She turned her kitchen into her classroom. Chopping vegetables, she shadowed English phrases. Stirring a pan, she listened to short stories. Waiting for rice to boil, she practiced tiny sentences like, "I am cooking dinner. This smells good. I can do this."
And here's the best part. Her kids started copying her, so her kitchen became a mini English zone, laughing, talking, learning together. By practicing during small moments, she built more consistency than many people who study hours but quit later.
Our next one is from a guy named Aditya. He knew vocabulary, he knew grammar, but he couldn't speak because his brain allowed only one thing: translate, translate, translate. Until one day, he decided to try something new. He labeled everything in his room with English sticky notes: door, table, charger, bottle. Then he forced himself to say the English word out loud every time he touched the object.
And guess what? Within 2 weeks, translation disappeared. His brain saw the object and said door, not its native language. That's the power of visual English. Real, simple, every day. And insanely effective.
Our last example is beautiful and emotional. A boy named Fahim wanted to speak English, but he was painfully shy. He didn't want anyone to hear his voice, not even his family. So he created a secret WhatsApp group with no members, just him. And every night he recorded a 1-minute voice note about his day, about his feelings, about anything. Then he listened to it again and improved the next one.
Fast forward 1 year, he now works in customer service, speaking English every single day. And the best part? He still records voice notes, not because he's shy anymore, but because he loves hearing his progress. All right, learners, here are a few useful expressions from today's examples. 1. Consistency, meaning doing something regularly even when you don't feel like it. 2. Shadowing, repeating what you hear immediately, like an echo, to improve speaking fluency. 3. Environment, your surroundings, the things, sounds, and habits around you every day. 4. Momentum, the feeling of moving forward and improving step by step. 5. Translate in your head, converting words from your language to English. We want to reduce this as you improve. Use these words in your practice today. Even one sentence makes a difference.